Hey guys, it was nice and cool this morning. Now it's hot. I want to talk about something, but first, about a month or so ago, I done a thing about, I received an email and I read you guys some of the letter. Well, today I got a comment on my video SHTF. Would you be a cold-hearted SOB? And this their name is Truth Seeker. The comment's still up there. I blocked them, but he said, or he or she, whatever, said I was going to wake up in hell. So I'm kind of putting two to two together, and they're probably the ones that wrote the email and blocked it. But go to that and check that out and leave a little comment for them. And if you want to. I mean, I called them a hypocrite and put them in their place, but I am calling them out because I'm getting tired of these trolls. And when I find out who they are, I'm going to start calling them out. And it's Truth Seeker. So, and their comment's still there. But on a lighter note, one of my sub friends, Ozark Prepper 1, he commented on a video, and he got me thinking. I told him that I might do a video on this, and he's talking about if you're out checking your traps, somebody could come up and shoot you, or if you're in your garden or something like that, somebody can come up and shoot you during a SHTF situation, and which is true. And what got me thinking was, even when I'm out there hunting or I'm trapping now, I don't have my focus 100% on trapping or hunting. I always have my ears, call it a sixth sense. I don't know if you want to, what it's called, but I'm aware if there's something or someone out in the woods with me. It's just like a feeling or something you get. But he's right. You can't be completely 150% focused on what you're doing and blocking out the other things going on behind you and beside you. You have to stay alert. And a lot of people don't do that. They get focused on something and they just go at it. My wife has a bad habit about that. And there's sometimes I walk up to her and she don't know I'm there, and I scare the crap out of her. Then she yells at me, says she's going to put bells on my ankles so she can hear me. But if you're out in your garden working during a SHTF situation and you're not paying attention, or you don't have somebody helping watch, somebody can walk up onto you, knock your brains out, take what you have. Same way with hunting and trapping. Now here, back in the 90s, they had a bad incident where other hunters were getting robbed. They would catch the hunters out, pin them down, and I guess basically wait for the hunters to run out of ammunition, go in and rob them. Take their guns, take their vehicles, take their money, and beat the crap out of them. But I let me know the wind would start blowing. But I think they got busted or they got shot or something. This was back in the early 90s. And so that hasn't gone. But even setting traps, I have had my traps stolen. I'm talking my animal traps. If the wind feels good, but it's probably screwing this video up. There it goes. But I have had my animal traps stolen. I've had my minnow traps stolen. I've had my crawfish traps stolen. I've had my my trout lines stolen or cut up. So you're going to have to, if you're out doing something in a SHTF situation, you're going to have to not be completely focused on what you're doing. You're going to have to kick that sixth sense in, where you're going to basically have to have eyes in the back of your head. You're going to have to use your other senses, your smell. If you're out in the woods hunting, or you're checking your traps, or even if you're fishing, it's going to be a different type of smell during a SHTF situation. And, people won't be bathing as much, so you're going to smell their funk. Or you can smell smoke because they have smoke on their body because they're around smoke a lot. And a lot of people aren't going to know how to walk quietly in the woods. It's going to sound like a herd of elephants. Even if somebody's walking through water, they don't know how to walk quietly through water. They're going to be splashing. And and as you're going out, you know, even to your garden, or whatever, look for traps. Look for signs that people's been there. See if that, learn if you have no clue about tracking. Learn the basics. Learn how you can tell if it's an old a track, or if it's a fresh track, which direction it's going. How you can tell how much a person weighs by their track. You can tell if they favor their left or their right better. If they got an injury, you can tell a lot from a track. But my advice is go out, find somebody that knows about tracking, and if they charge you, so be it. That's a fair trade, because that's a skill it takes a long time to master. I don't think you ever will be a master trapper. I've heard people, I'm a master trapper. That's like calling yourself an expert survivalist or an expert prepper. There's no such thing, because you're always learning. But somebody with experience in tracking, find them. And if they want to charge you, that's going to be money well worth it. And learn the signs. Um, but you don't want to be 100% focused on the job you're doing, because when you get that, you're going to leave yourself vulnerable for somebody sneaking in on you, and you're not paying attention, you're not listening. Like we said, use your smell. You can also use your hearing. Like if you hear footsteps, or a splash, or something behind or beside you, that should draw your attention, like, wait a minute, something ain't right. And just don't jump up and be a he-man. Just try to blend in, turn around, and see what's going on. See what you can see before you know you do something drastic. Because it could be one of your kids or one of your members of your group coming up on you to check on you. And if you open fire, and you're going to feel bad if you shoot one of your kids, or your wife, or your husband, or one of your family members, or a friend coming up just to check on you. So it's a lot, and I'm trying to get it in a short amount of video time. But it's a lot to do, and I hope you guys can understand where I'm trying to go with this. But you know, it's like going back to knowing your area, the video I done, knowing what's around you. If there's if you're looking 1 minute, there's 3 branches, and you look back, there's a fourth branch, there's something there. That's sort of like just listen, you know, use your eyesight, use your smell, use your hearing, and also listen to that little voice up here saying something's not right, turn around or be quiet or be still. And because that little voice will save your butt a lot of times. But remember, you don't want to get wrapped up in to what you're doing and not paying attention to your surroundings, especially in a SHTF situation. I've my personal experience, I have been hunting and standing there because I hear somebody coming, and I've had people walk up past me and not know I'm there, and they're not supposed to be on the property, and I scare them. But see, I have the upper hand because I have the element of surprise. They don't. And, nothing major has happened. They've just kind of given me excuse. Oh, we didn't know where the boundaries were. And it's posted back there. Like I said, I'm almost on 500 acres. And it's posted. Barbed wire fencing, no trespassing. So it's posted. But, no harm, no foul. But, and when I'm trapping, I've had people, I have walked up on people, checking my traps out. Yeah, they give me an excuse. Oh, I didn't know what it was, and my traps are tagged. And I tell them, if it's not yours, don't be messing with it. And then they try. Well, I said, this is public land. The river and the creek banks and stuff like that are public land, so anybody can trap on them. But so just have you guys had any of those experiences before? If you're fishing or hunting, you know, or doing something and you got that feeling like, the hairs on the back of your neck stands up like there's something not right. And you turn around and you listen and there's somebody walking up and, walking up towards you or, you know, I don't know the exact words to describe it, how, but I hope you guys get my point of what I'm trying to tell you. And but I mean, it could save your life one day if you get out there and not paying attention and not staying focused. Just completely focused on one thing, what you're doing. You could get killed. You can get seriously injured or killed, and this could be this not you know you could have a snake coming up next to you. You could have a wild animal coming up next to you and not know it because you're focused on what you're doing. In a SHTF situation, you're really going to have to have eyes in the back of your head if you don't have somebody out there with you. And if you have somebody out there with you, make sure they're not sitting there lollygagging, thinking about the neighbor's boobs or the neighbor's legs or the a person in the group's butt or something like that. Make sure they're 100% on their game of, hey, you're here to cover my back, not to think about Mary Joe's week old non-shaved legs. You're going to have to think about keeping us safe. But it's going to be a dangerous time, and there's so much that could go wrong. And that's just, like I said, Ozark Prepper 1, he mentioned something about that, and that got me thinking, like, you know, how many of us has done that? Not, just get focused on one thing and not pay attention to our surroundings. And luckily, knock on wood, you know, I've done it, but nothing bad's came about on me, you know. But that's not to say in a SHTF situation, I'm not paying attention or I'm not listening or I'm not smelling or I got my focus on this 150%, and somebody comes up behind me and knocks my brains out. And there goes, you know, if something happens to me, my boys are going to suffer. My wife's going to suffer. You know, the people who's with me is going to suffer. And it's something to think about. I don't know if you guys have thought about it or if you are not, but it's just something that's a lot of people overlooks because they get mindset on something. We all have done it. Everybody does it. You know, don't pay attention to what's going on around us because you're just focused on the job at hand. And and sometimes that's a hard habit to break. But you need to break that. You need to stay 80% on that job and keep that other 20% listening and smelling, and let the little voice tell you, hey, turn around, or hey, you know, stop what you're doing and listen. You know, so sorry, my boys are in there fussing and fighting. But tell me what you think. Tell me, have you thought about this? Have you done it? Because like I said, I've done it, and you know, we need to break ourselves. And again, if you know somebody who's a tracker, you know, who can read tracks and teach you, not even human, not only human, but animal tracks. If you don't know the animal signs and droppings and stuff like that, get with them and let them teach you. Because again, that is another tool you're putting in your toolbox to help you through a shit hit the fan situation. And that's a good thing. That's money well spent. I mean, you might not ever have to use it, but you know you have it if you need it. I hope I've made sense in this video. I'm kind of tired. 4th of July weekend's upon us, and people, I guess it's going to be a party weekend because I have been selling bundles and half ricks of wood, and it's wearing me out. July should be a slow month for me, you know, and that's going to be a good thing and a bad thing. Good thing is I get to break, you know, I get to heal up because I've got some issues going on. I go the July 10th to the doctor to find out what's going on. But being slow means having less income come in. So it's it is what it is. But we just have to go from there and see what's going on. But tell me what you guys think. Sorry, I'm kind of like I said, I'm tired, and we're gonna let it cool down, and we're gonna come out here and finish doing more of this crap. But anyway, tell me what you guys think. Have you guys thought about this? Have you not thought about this? Is it important? Do you guys think it's important, or if it's not important? Um, just tell me what you guys think. And again, let me get this. Go to my video, you know, SHTF, would you be a cold-hearted SOB? And look up that comment by Truth Seeker. And, you know, I think he or she or it, whatever it was probably the one who wrote me that email. I'm going to wake up in hell. Like, okay. Well, if I do, I hope they have good-looking hookers, a lot of alcohol, and room service is pretty good. You know, because it'd be kind of hot. I hope they have plenty of ice on hand. But like I said, I don't even believe in hell. But the way this guy is, or girl, or it, whatever it is, they're probably the ones going to bust hell wide open. But anyway, I'm going to get off of here. Everybody, be safe, keep preparing, and to all my great sub friends, thank you for the great support. Thank you for the wonderful comments. And you guys are the reason, you know, I'm still on here. And it means a lot to me. Um, Rob, Terry, thanks for the comments. You know, you said yesterday. It, you know, I responded back to them, and it really means a lot. I thank you guys a lot. It means a lot that you guys feel that way. But to the next one, everybody, be safe. Bye for now.